Hi, this is Udi Tirosh from DIYphotography.net, and today we're taking a look at the Zhiyun Crane 3 Creator Package. If you have any questions about the Crane 3, make sure to leave us a comment and I'll answer ASAP. The Crane 3 is probably the best gimbal you can buy for the price, $1,200. If you want to see what's in the box, go to our unboxing video. Today, we'll talk about how it works. Right from the start, it felt like a workhorse. The Crane 3 was the first gimbal to move the handle to this weird position, and it definitely feels better. You can't blame me for having massive biceps, but the ability to shift the weight center closer to the body really makes it easier for me to carry the rig for a longer time. It also makes it really easy to shoot low-angle footage. I did bump my leg into the crane a few times, but now I just lean forward and let the crane pull me. And getting into low mode is extremely easy, and you can do it in one smooth move. The Crane 3 is rated for 4.5 kilos, which is a lot. An FS5 with a speed booster battery and a decent lens is probably under 2.5 kilos, so 4.5 kilos is more than enough. But it's worth mentioning you would probably never come near that. The limitation is coming from the length and the height of your rig. We were able to balance a Sony a7 III and FS5 and even a Red Dragon on the Crane. But the most common problem was balancing lenses in a way that doesn't bump the back of the rig against the rear motor. I really wish the roll arm was just a little bit longer. A weird change from the Crane 2 is that Zhiyun took away all the screw mounts from the tilt plate, so I can't even add weights to balance the lens. The reason that this is weird is because we can mount more weight on the Crane 3, but there is no way for us to offset this weight. That said, when balanced, the Crane 3 is one of the smoothest gimbals I got to work with. Let's talk buttons. For me, the most useful buttons are lock and pan follow, and they're placed on the front, where you can't really see them. Follow, POV, and reset are placed near the thumb, and camera controls are placed near the LCD. I gotta say, this is a weird arrangement of buttons. I wish that all the buttons were placed around the OLED monitor, which is where you'd look for data anyways. The only exception would be the power button, which is just on the wrong side. Although I gotta give it to Zhiyun, it is pretty hard to hit accidentally. What I did love though is the joystick. Zhiyun opted for a drone-like stick, and the feedback on it is so responsive. This makes it really easy to use the stick for precise movements. On the left-hand side, there is a follow focus wheel. It glows in the dark. The wheel works great for DSLR lenses. For cine lenses though, I would have liked better control on how much lens turn the wheel creates. Let's talk about the base plate for a second. It's almost a Manfrotto standard plate, but it only has 1/4 20 screw and no place for 3/8, so bigger cameras are not as secured as they can be. And you have to remove this little pin to work with Manfrotto plates. On the other hand, the plate can slide, so the distance from camera to the right arm is controlled. If you're using a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, you're going to appreciate it. When you get your Crane, you'll notice it has everything. Oh my god, every single possible cable is in there, and the phone mount is stellar. If you bought the basic package, you owe it to yourself to add this mount as well. I also really enjoyed the little tripod handle. It is very solid when you use it as a tripod, and feels really nice and rigid when you use it as a handle. If I had to sum up, the package and presentation are very good value for money. The Creator package also has a belt and 2 servos, and I will talk about those in a separate video. Let's talk about the case. We love the case. We also don't love the case. The case hugs your Crane 3 perfectly for storage or flight. Look how nicely everything fits inside. But it's a little snug. That means you have to undo the crane to make it fit into the case. You even have to undo the trans mount, which kinda defeats the whole purpose of using a quick release in the first place. On the other hand, the case can hold 4 sets of batteries, and this is plenty, even for a 2 days assignment without charging. All in all, the Crane 3 took over as our go-to gimbal here at DIYP, and we think that for $900, it is super competitive. Thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more. Audit Tiroche DIY Photography, and I'll be seeing you around.
Oh,